It is a great pleasure to say hello once again to the man they call the Haggis Hunter, the flying judoka himself, the great Robert Whiteford of Scotland, joining us right now via the magic of Skype. Robert, how are you?
It's been too long, hasn't it?
It has, my friend. Where have you been?
Here and there, wee bit there, wee bit here.
Well, I'm happy to see you. Congratulations on the win recently, and welcome back. First off, what a fight, right? I mean, wow. Did you think that you had to score? That was like a knockout with just seconds remaining in the third round at the very end of the fight, one of the latest knockouts in Bellator history. Did you think that you had to do that in order to win the fight?
I mean, it's a wee bit crazy because obviously when you're involved in these fights, you don't really realise what's been going on. After the fight, I hadn't even realised I'd been dropped in that third round. So it's a good job I knocked him out and I didn't leave it to the judges, but he's a tough boy, isn't he?
And how did you end up with Bellator?
Uh, so obviously I was tied in with ACB for a while, and I couldn't get out the contract for love nor money. They just wouldn't let me go. I had lawyers involved and stuff. And the matchmaker at Bellator, Jude Samuel, I became really good friends with him, and he was just always at me to sign for a promotion. He was excited for me to fight for Bellator, so he was always on my case and just messaging me. So as soon as I got released, they found out about it, messaged me right away, and the deal was done within a day, basically.
All right, so that was your debut. You win with 6 seconds remaining. By the way, when I'm talking, are you hearing like a funny feedback, or is it just me?
Just you.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll fight through it. I'm hearing like crazy noise in my ear, but I shall fight through that. So you win with 6 seconds remaining. That's your fourth win in a row. And afterwards, I was watching the post-fight scrum, and you're talking to the reporters, and then I come to the realization. I was like, yeah, it has been 18 months since your last fight, and you were on a 3-fight winning streak for ACB after you left the UFC. And you opened up about why you had been away, and it was very emotional, and I'm sure it was hard for you to even talk about that. And so for those that missed it, I don't know if you're comfortable, but could you explain why it was so long in between fights for you in the midst of a winning streak?
You're going to try and get me all emotional here again, aren't you, like you always do?
No. I'm just genuinely curious.
So obviously, just the ACB situation, couldn't get released from them, and then obviously, as I mentioned in my post-fight interview, the breakdown of my marriage and stuff, just became a really difficult time for me. It took a while to get back to being myself. Ended up drinking a lot, couldn't get out of my bed, had to go to counselling. I was just really messed up. I was in a bad place, and I was just really lucky. I had my friends round about me to pull me out of that hole.
Do you mind, Robert, if possible, to speak a little closer to the phone or computer, just so we can hear you a little better? Is that okay?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you got married in the midst of that time, and it just didn't work out right off the bat?
No, it worked out. Who knows what goes wrong in marriages? I suppose everybody hits the bumps in the road in marriage. It's never easy, and I knew that when I signed up for a marriage. But just sometimes it takes two parties to make it work, doesn't it? And the other one wasn't willing to make it work, so I had to go our own ways eventually.
And why were you, like, you talked about the depression and the alcoholism and not leaving your bed for 3 weeks? Was that because of the marriage, or was it because of other things that were going on as well?
Because of the marriage, probably it's like one of the worst things I've ever had to go through in my life. Uh, it was just a really difficult time for me. And I'm just happy I got through, and I got the light at the end of the tunnel, because without my pals and fighting, obviously I don't know where I'd be today. It was just one of the most difficult, horrendous times I've ever went through in my life. As I said, depression, anxiety, scared to leave the house, couldn't get out of my bed, end up having to go to counselling, and it really came to the point. One of my old training partners I hadn't actually seen for years heard about the situation I was in. He started coming up and dragging me out of my bed at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, to get me back training and down lifting weights with him and his wife Laura.
So you really went 3 weeks without leaving your bed?
Probably longer, to be honest. That was just off the top of my head. Probably longer. I couldn't leave the house.
Wow. And had you ever experienced anything like that before in your life?
Never, because I don't mean to blow my own trumpet or anything like that, but the sport I'm in, the kind of the role that I take in myself, I'm like the alpha male and always hold myself in high regards, high esteem. And to find myself being that low and in such a place, I could never imagine it happening to me. And I've seen it happen to other people and questioned how they get themselves in that condition. And no know why. There's no really explaining it. It can happen to the best of us, I suppose.
How long did the whole stretch last from beginning to end when you started to feel down to when you started to feel like you were getting back to your old self?
February till maybe like 3 months ago.
Wow. So 3 months ago would be what, August? So like we're talking like 5, 6 months.
I didn't take that lightly either. That was a big commitment for me. So really, when my marriage did break down, it was like my whole world came crashing down, and nothing really to get up out of bed in the morning for. When you're on top of the world and you think you've got your life planned out and settled down, married and ready to have kids, and it comes crashing down, it's a hard blow to take.
Were you blaming yourself as well? Did you feel like you were the reason why, or was it just not the right kind of match?
No, I mean, initially you do blame yourself. You think how this can't go wrong, how this isn't going right. But then just the actions of my partner really hit the nail on the head. And at the end of it, when you come out, you realise it wasn't you. But I mean, I'm not saying I was a perfect husband or the perfect guy. Nobody is perfect, right? But I'm just happy that I'm back to being my old self just now, and hopefully it can last. I still don't feel 100% there, but I'm getting there slowly. And I mean, like back speaking to guys like you and back fighting and stuff, it just remembers me, the place I came from, and who I'm actually deep down. I was partying there for a full year, drinking every day, as I said. And I just lost myself. Uh, so it's been a long road to get back to even here, and I want to stay focused and just drive forward, and that's why I want to stay active with Bellator and get back out fighting again. And a huge shout out to American Top Team as well. I hadn't been there, as you said. I hadn't fought for 18 months, and as soon as I got in touch with them and told them I had a fight organised, they opened their doors to me again with open arms, and I stayed in the dorms again over there and hooked back up with my wee pal Kyoji Horiguchi and stuff. So it was good being back there, and coaches made me feel welcome again, like I'd never been away.
Do you feel like you're back to your old self, or not quite yet?
Nah, not quite yet. Never. To be honest, there's a bit of me missing, and when all that shit happened and it went down the way it did, I probably lost a bit of myself. I'll never get back. But what can you do? You just got to keep your head high and try and get somewhere in life. I mean, life's a fight for everybody. It's not just me goes through shit. But if I can manage to stay on the road I was projecting for myself, I'll be happy about that. As long as I can stay away from the partying and the drinking, the drugs and stuff, I'll be cool.
And going through that fight camp and then the fight week and going through the fight itself on the Saturday and making the walk, what was that like for you? Like your confidence, your mental state as you were about to fight Sam, was that one of the toughest experiences of your fighting career?
I mean, is it? No, really, to be honest. Like, I fight because it's easy for me. I would literally fight for nothing. They don't need to pay me. And should maybe not say that live on camera because it'll fuck up my next contract if I want more money. But I would fight for free. So when I'm making that walk and when I'm in training camp, I'm actually in my element. That's me being myself. And as strange as it might sound for normal people, me fighting and training the way I do it, it makes me feel normal. I actually feel at home there. But in the changing rooms and especially when I got to the cage, I remember getting in the cage and I seen a lot of blood in the canvas. And as you said, 18 months is a long time out. And I thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing in here? I questioned myself a little bit, but honestly, I just felt at home, and it felt, as mad as it sounds, it felt great to be punching somebody in the face again and getting paid for it.
And did you sign a multi-fight deal with Bellator or just that one fight?
No, I signed 4 fights with
Okay.
Bellator, so hopefully I can get the ball rolling the start of the year quick and get back out, and then get them in Glasgow. As Scott Coker nicely emailed me and told me it was wanting to bring a show to Glasgow, and I'm in his plans.
I know for the longest time you were, gunning to get back in the UFC and you were upset that you left, but have you put that dream on hold? Are you happy with Bellator? Even if you don't get back to the UFC, will you be okay with that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's like going back to a violent ex or something, isn't it? The UFC. I mean, they burn you so bad, but you still want to go back there. The Bellator showed me love right now, and as I said, they've signed me in a 4-fight deal, and they've got big plans, and especially with this Euro series going on, I'm happy to fight local in the European scene, and hopefully my fans and stuff and my friends can come to these shows. It's easier for me. Uh, and I'll probably finish my career with Bellator if they'll keep me around long enough.
In between these fights now, and in between the camps and whatnot, what are you doing to try to, as you said, stay clean, not do drugs, not drink, not get down? How do you continue progressing and building on the positivity of that last victory?
Well, as I said, I've got the best friends in the world. I'm really lucky they've stuck by me, and they wouldn't allow that to happen anyway. But the kind of fucking crazy thing is that the 18 months being off, you pick up friends that you never had before, and they're doing fucking shit that you shouldn't be doing, or stuff that's not me. So it's now trying to break away from that and keep myself and like going forward and not fall back into that. But like I was out for dinner last night and I had a couple of pints of beer and I was back to being myself. I was fucking steaming on one pint.
I don't even know if I know what that means. What does that mean, steaming on one pint?
Have you ever heard the saying you can't drink soup?
Have you ever heard the what?
The saying you can't drink soup?
No.
That's a good Scottish saying meaning you're a lightweight.
Oh,
Like basically one beer in them. But
good. That's like me. That's like me my whole life. We should hang out.
you can't drink soup?
No.
Let me hear you say that.
Wait, you want me to say it?
I want you to say I can't drink soup.
I can't what? I can't even drink soup? I don't even understand.
That means you're a lightweight.
I am a lightweight. That I understand. That I understand very clearly. But no, that drinking stuff is not for me. I'm happy you're doing better. I'm happy you are starting to turn the corner. And I was really happy to see you back on track, getting that opportunity, getting that victory. It was a crazy fight, back and forth. Both of you deserve a lot of credit for that. And I'm happy that you got that win with just 6 seconds remaining, Robert. And I'm hoping that you're still eating the haggis, right? You're still partaking in that, yes?
All out hunting on haggis and skinning it and cooking it, yeah.
Good man. Good man. I haven't forgotten.
Like the cereal, like I fought Sam Sicilia at the weekend, and honestly, couldn't have met a nicer guy. He's one of the OGs, and it was super friendly and really nice. And I'm glad that we put on a great fight for the fans, and he went home safe to his family.
Amen. Well, I wish you the best, Robert. Keep in touch, my man. Keep it up. Keep working hard, and staying out of all that other stuff. And you're on a roll, my man. And you're still one of the best fighters in the world, in my opinion. And so I hope nothing but the best for you. Continued success, continued health. 2020 is going to be a big year for the Haggis Hunter. I feel it, my man. All right. So I'm expecting big things from you.
I love it. Keep hitting me up, and we'll keep these interviews rolling.
Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.